get to second fleet, and E8 is SEL. She's doing great things. She already was starting to turn over with me. And then the new fleet master chief shows up and says, I want a master chief. Okay. So I stayed as DLCPO, and I filled in for SEL all the time. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to go. I loved doing it, had success. And then I was like, I didn't make Master Chief. And I got the #1 EP coming out of Japan. I got the #1 EP, my first eval at second fleet. So I was #1. I was like, hey, I should be competitive. They had a couple great guys make Master Chief, no complaints. But then they made 4 of them. There's only 10 AGCMs in the Navy. They made 4. At this point, I had been the #1 EP for 3 years in large groups. Still didn't pick up.
Overseas.
Yeah, didn't pick up. So I was like, man. So they at this point, they're like, okay, well, time for orders. Where do you want to go? I was like, honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of doing the same thing. And so I had a conversation. At this point, my community has moved all SEL jobs out of Norfolk and San Diego, or at least out of Norfolk. There's one in San Diego. I have an autistic son. I can't go to Mississippi and move unless I geobat. So I'm getting into the situation where I have to decide. And at this point, the fleet master chief was like, listen, I will try to set you up one more time to make master chief. He sent me to the CMC school. I actually went to the CMC school. Loved it.
Did you enjoy that 2-week little bumper course?
Bro.
What did you think of that, bro, for real?
Well, online courses always suck, but I did that personality test.
The Hogan?
Yeah. And I will never, the instructor, I will never forget, the instructor literally looked at it. We were doing over the computer, of course. He goes, I don't see a lot like, what's up? He's explaining my scores. He's like, you are somebody who can talk good people into bad ideas. And I was like, I'll be honest, I know that. He's like, you can be, because I'm a very I can be very convincing, motivating, excited about things. And I talked to you about this before when I was part of the mess. Definitely, I can dominate a conversation and convince a room to do something, even if it's not the right thing. So I have to be very aware of that. I don't ever want to lead people the wrong way. And I told him, I know this. This is a personality trait of mine that I do know. And he was like, yeah, you better be careful because you can definitely get a mess in a lot of trouble, which made me chuckle, right? And so at that point, I did everything I could do to try to make 9. At this point, they're making 3 again. So they're like 7. It's like 7 turnover in 2 years. I don't make it again. So now they're like, okay, here's what we want you to do. We're going to send you back to ESCOT, which is our C component, and we're going to send you to C. And it looks like we're going to send you on the Eisenhower, and you're going to be the division chief of the Eisenhower. So my last 2 tours, I have been DLCPO as staff, doing complex mission sets, doing big things, doing all this stuff. Yeah. And now they want me to do the same job I did as a first-year chief. I was like, I'm not doing it. So they wrote me orders. For sea duty. And I had a coming to Jesus moment. I'm pretty free to speak my mind, but I generally don't cross any lines. I'm a pretty straight shooter on that. But Hubin Phillips, he was our fleet master chief, and we had a great work relationship. And I was in his office, and I was again filling in for the SEL. I have 6 months till I transfer. I'm covering SEL a couple weeks out of the month.